Hi guys, how's everybody been doing? I haven't made a video in a while. Springtime here, agriculture. If you know, you know, it's busy. So today we're going to be going over how to trim your brass. We'll be using my RCBS case trimmer, and I'm going to show you a couple steps that can make you more efficient if you'd like to do it that way. And I'm also going to show you a couple other steps that I do to help eliminate steps down the road. All right, so the first step in this process, I got my piece of brass here. It's fired, and that's it. No other steps have been done to it yet. Take my steel wool, shine up my neck nice, like I always do. And that way then I ain't got to do it when I go to size it. Okay, did that. Take my nylon brush. Give her a nice couple strokes. She likes that. And then after that, take my marker. I'm going to mark how many times it's been fired so I don't get it confused, because it happens a lot. So earlier I talked about a step that you're going to do to eliminate a step down the road, and that's this step right here. You take your K&M neck deburring tool. It's nice and easy. Just like that. Or you can put the tool back in the clamp, and you can put this in a vise. And then you can use the brass holder, put the shell in there, and you can take this out of here and put this in the drill. Or you can do it by hand, whatever your preference is. But by doing all this stuff now, we're just eliminating a step down the road. Alright, so now we've got our brass all cleaned. Deburred the inside of the neck, used our nylon brush, stroked her out a little bit, and we've got our brass marked for how many times it's been fired. Next, we're going to move to our case trimmer. Now this trimmer, I've already got it set up for the right length, right? And I used my dial caliper to do that. I used a piece of brass. Let's see. I think I used a piece of brass and I measured. So this is a 6.5 Creedmoor. If I remember correctly, it's got to be 1.91. Alright, so this one's pretty close. It's 1.912. So I'm going to adjust this lock collar, and that's gonna what stops you from going in too far. Pull back on my handle, put that in there, kind of jiggle that to find the right groove in there, and you'll know because this will be, it won't line up perfectly, but it'll be pretty close. And basically you just spin it, right? As you can see, no brass shavings came off. So that means this brass is the correct length. It's because I already did this one, but so I like when I'm doing mine, every 5 or 6 pieces I always like to double check to make sure that my lock collar here is still in the right place. So now we're going to actually take a piece of brass that needs to be trimmed. This one measures 1.934. That's a long-winded girl. So same thing. You're going to throw her right in here. Make sure you give her a little jiggle. Then you're just going to spin this. I like to spin it as this nipple goes into the neck. This is what keeps it square inside the neck. Keeps this whole thing square. So just spin it while it goes in. And then you're just going to keep spinning and pushing in at the same time until you don't see any more brass filings falling off. Which, right there, there's no more falling off. And I like to pull it back out and go back in again. She likes that. And now we'll check, see what's up. and we are at 1.911, so that's pretty darn good there. So now that we got her trimmed, the next thing we're going to do here, we're going to take our nylon brush again, give her a quick hoo-ha, and then we're going to take our chamfering tool, clean the exterior up, clean up the interior. That just makes sure that there's no more little spools left on the inside of the neck here. Couple taps, make sure everything's out from inside of the piece of brass. And now we're ready for our full length resizer. Little quick pointer about this tool. I know I've already covered the lock collar and everything, but this nipple here I don't think I've covered. So this comes as a set with a bunch of these different nipples, right? So each nipple is for a different caliber. And there's a set screw here that holds it in there. You can see that's what it is, and that's what guides the trimmer into the neck, okay? So you want to make sure that you got the right nipple in here. Make sure you tighten it up with the set screw so it doesn't get stuck in the neck, because that's not fun, speaking from experience. So here's a little cheat code that you could do if you have a drill or something. So this here, this shaft, right? This is a 1/2 inch shaft, right? So what can we do? We can take our 1/2 inch chuck drill, right? Not hard. Take your Allen wrench, loosen up the screw on the end, pull that handle right off there. Now we take our basic old drill, we're going to put it right on here. Tighten her down, make sure she's spinning pretty square, and it is. Now we got our piece of brass in there ready to be sized. We'll make sure that it's spinning the right way, which it is. Now we're just gonna boom, just like that. If you've got a lot of brass to trim, that could be an advantage for you. Same thing again, take our chamfering tool, whoop, nylon brush, whoop. Now we'll do another one quick. Steel wool, whoop, nylon brush, oh yeah, marker, yes sir. Pull down our lever, jiggle her a little bit, make sure she's in there. She's in there pretty square. Nylon brush, chamfering tool, boom, just like that. Hope you liked the video. Hope I learned you something today on this RCBS case trimmer, how to use it and how to go about trimming your own brass. Hopefully you liked a couple extra pointers I had about saving some time on steps further down the road, and also a cheat code I had. You don't need a big fancy expensive electric case trimmer, right? You probably already got a drill laying around the house. So make sure, give us a like and a follow on at Flint Eastwood's Armory. Make sure you go on Facebook and Instagram and you check out Red Creek Outdoors.